sometimes you get to a point where what is expected you to achieve on the schedule and the budget is just nonsensical. This wasn't like that. If you say, okay, it's 1 or 2 shots, sure, they're ambitious. Sure, they last for 5 minutes. Once you've got everything on its feet, then it's easier to pull off, you know?
This was not a big budget film, right? This was a little, like, was it 12? Am I right?
It was 10, and I honestly thought it was less than 10 when we were making the movie. So
like, first of all, wow, like both of you to really sort of like, you know, get the visual experience that you created out of something that, you know, and that's not pocket change, but it must have been a fairly large challenge to do that. And then you're shooting it in Vista Vision to boot. You know, I guess, you know, as a cinematographer, what's it like to, did you feel that there were restrictions on you, or the challenge was this needs to feel like a film that costs, you know, 10 times as much here, or it's just, this is what I've got, this is the job, and this is it?
No, to be honest, it didn't. I mean, you know, we look back at these things and it shifts in colors, you know, and the experience. But I honestly feel that it was a continuum for me, the way that I was working with Brady of the other films. You know, I said it before with Judy, but sometimes you get to a point where it's just silly. It's just that what is expected you to achieve on the schedule and the budget is just nonsensical. This wasn't like that. And everything is challenging. It was very ambitious, and we worked incredibly hard to pull this off. I mean, I'm not, you know, that much is true, but essentially, no, it's like, you know, the Vista Vision element. Vista Vision is not harder to shoot for, other than the camera is more cumbersome, and you have half of the film stock, but it's still 35 mil meg, and you don't need more lights to expose it or anything like this. So there's not a constraint in that regard by shooting Vista Vision. And then the 70 mil aspect kind of came after the event. So then that was just another, you know, it wasn't a financial burden on the production budget, as it were, you know. But yeah, I mean, it felt like we were working in the way we've always worked. And I think in answer to like, how do you achieve this in 33 days for the budget? I mean, I would say you don't overcover scenes, you know. I mean, it's like the branches of a tree. If you start adding shots, then you add takes for every single shot, and suddenly exponentially the whole thing, your entire day just becomes, you run out of time. Whereas if you say, okay, it's 1 or 2 shots, sure, they're ambitious, sure, they last for 5 minutes, and you have to get everything. But once you've got everything on its feet, then then it's easier to pull off, you know.